what is up, LBankers? Welcome back to Pulse Focus. This is your host, Muha. And Pulse Focus is where we step away from short-term noise, daily price action, and surface level narratives. And instead of that, we focus on ideas and forces that are actually shaping the crypto market over time. Today's episode is an important one. If you've been active in crypto over the last few cycles, especially on CT, there's a strong chance you've seen today's guest challenge popular narratives, question consensus thinking, and push people to look deeper than charts and hype. Our guest today is Murad. I will not talk about our guest because he is a perfect man to describe himself and, of course, today's topics. Nonetheless, Murad, can you hear me well? What's up, and welcome to episode 3 of Pulse Focus.
I can hear you well, man. Thanks for having me.
It's my pleasure, man. Thank you so much for taking part of your day and come on the Pulse Focus season 2. Last year we killed with predictions. We had so many things to talk about, and the people definitely love it. We had over 100 million views across all social media platforms, and we appreciate you for coming for the sit down for a second time. For new people coming into the space and LBankers, since we doubled down our user base, can you give us a quick overview of who you are, how did you get in crypto, and so on?
Yeah, for sure. So my name is Murad. I've been in crypto since late 2013, more properly and full-time since 2016. During the 2013 bubble, when BTC first hit $1,000, I was in China at the time. Was kind of at the right place at the right time. Met some Americans in Beijing, met some Chinese people in Beijing who kind of got me into the space. And then when the ICOs kind of wave started rolling around in 2016, 2017, I kind of started taking crypto more seriously and have been in crypto full-time ever since. Been doing everything from on-chain analytics, writing, asset management, DeFi, and over the past 2 years in particular, been focused on meme coins in one form or another.
Bro, and so far now everyone is believing in something, and you single-handedly kind of push the whole narrative across the internet, and that's how powerful you are, man. And just once again, thank you so much for coming on, and the LBankers definitely appreciate you. And as we did have 2025, one of the craziest year, if you agree, in crypto, we had so many things happening from a political standpoint to now ETFs and so on. Looking back at 2025, how would you characterize this year for especially meme coin sector overall? What did market actually reward the most, or was that attention, liquidity, community conviction, or totally something else?
I think the biggest thing by far is community and its belief. It's people DCAing, it's people showing up, especially real people. I mean, a lot of coins out there, they have 300,000, 400,000 holders kind of on paper. But if you actually kind of look at the number of people with $1,000 plus or with $5,000 plus, or people that are actually active, it actually is going to turn out to be way fewer. And really, I think it's people that are actually active, that show up every day. I think that's the number one most important thing for any coin, not just meme coin, but really any coin, in my opinion.
Murad, thank you so much for that one. And well, let's say when we talk about any meme coin, your critical mass framework became widely referenced in meme coin investing, and a lot of people, they do look how you approach the whole crypto trading. In practical terms, what are the first signals you personally watch when a meme coin is approaching a critical mass?
Again, you want to look at the number of people that have, for example, over $2,000 or $3,000 in terms of their holdings. And you also want to look at people that are actually active on social media. You can check out, hashtag mentions, hashtag mentions, number of searches on Google Trends, number of searches on YouTube. I think it's these kinds of signals you want to keep track of in order to figure out whether a certain coin is approaching critical mass or not.
All right, thank you so much for that one. Do you agree that now the community is much more educated than last 2 years, than in 2023, for example?
Yeah, I mean, with every passing day, I think information about the market, about the tools, about the distribution methods, it's all kind of dissipating. So it's definitely has gotten more competitive, and the bar for success is higher now in all aspects of crypto. So definitely.
Amazing. That kind of makes you proud of you. I mean, you did push education so hard. I mean, you want the newbies who are coming into the crypto to feel educated, not just to jump on. And we did talk about that last year, how much education is important for the whole sector, not only for the meme coin sector or DeFi sector, for example. We saw more structure. We did see bigger accounts, more capital coming in the Web3, and more coordination, especially in the meme coin sector, with Politify sector kind of emerging in the beginning of 2025. Do you personally see the maturity of the meme market, or is it a dilution of the original organic culture that we had in the beginning?
Talking about Politify in particular, I honestly think that it has pretty much peaked in January of 2025. I think they may have kind of medium-term runs in the future, but I think maximum hype is already behind us in terms of like political related meme coins. Not only because that was already a huge wave in and of itself, but also now that we have polymarket culture and other prediction markets, a lot of other political events, political candidates, political beliefs, they're going to be expressed on the prediction market side rather than the meme coin side.
Thank you so much for that one. You've spoken about Memecoin Supercycle multiple times as a real phenomenon. Based on how 2025 played out now, did we actually enter it, or we are still in the build-up phase and we're gonna enter that in 2026?
I think it comes and goes in waves. In the grand scheme of things, we're still in the build-up phase, and I'm expecting kind of chapter 2, chapter 3 to come in the future.
That means the people should still believe and prepare for 2026, and the Memecoin Supercycle do have phases which are gonna happen in the maybe next few months, weeks, or even years.
Yeah, that being said, I think you need to believe in coins that already have some kind of a minimal critical mass of believers, right? If you just believe in like a random coin, that's not enough. There needs to be enough people kind of believing, holding, DCAing, working on a single thing for you to make, so that it's logical for you to kind of jump on board, right? So you want to be joining communities that are already strong rather than random ones, in my opinion.
And somebody now kind of listening, first time coming in the crypto space, what should they do first when they come? Are they gonna jump straight to any platform, or just X, or go in Telegrams? What would you suggest them to do if they are first time ever in crypto and heard about some meme coin?
Today, crypto Twitter is still the #1 place for crypto discussions overall. There's a lot more bots, unfortunately, compared to like a year ago or 2 years ago, but I think it's still the #1 space for you to kind of follow your first 200, 300 people, check out the discussions, check out the blog posts. So I still would say Twitter.
Amazing. Is there any platform that's kind of emerging and will overtake for in terms of, in terms of crypto?
I wouldn't say overtake, but if I had to pick #2, it would probably be YouTube, because even though there's a lot of slop content there also, there's some really good long form content creators that kind of explain in depth, and sometimes that's easier to follow along compared to like finding the right people to follow on Twitter. So I would say YouTube would be my #2.
Amazing. I think YouTube is the most underrated in terms of the whole Web3 space. You can learn a lot from it. I remember in 2021, where actually came through in 2022, and I follow them, some of them, and it kind of turned out very good for me personally. So I totally agree with you that YouTube is so underrated, and it's going to be definitely after X best platform for the new users, and of course older ones. We saw the meme coins now, especially in 2025, were heavily influenced by market condition this year, from liquidity cycles to geopolitics, things happening. How should investor think about meme exposure, especially when we talk about risk of macro? How should investor position themselves?
Yeah, so I mean, crypto is generally going to be the highest risk, highest reward, and then meme coins are the highest risk, highest reward within I think there will come a point where liquidity conditions are even better than they were over the past year and a half. Because if you think about it, the Fed just finished QT, right? Which means that crypto has been essentially under relatively tight conditions, depending on who you ask, since 2022, right? And the fact that BTC has even gone up from 15,000 to 125,000 during QT is a miracle in and of itself, obviously off of the back of digital asset treasury and ETF narratives. But altcoins have been doing notoriously badly, which actually coincides the previous two times that we've seen QT, altcoins have done quite badly as well, especially relative to BTC. However, we're now switching from QT to mild QE, and I think 2026 is going to be bullish for altcoins and subsequently bullish for Memecoins as well.
And just to piggy right on your answer, do you think it will be the most bullish year for the Bitcoin itself?
Yes, I think 2026 is going to be bullish for crypto as a whole.
Amazing, definitely looking forward to that one. And 2025 was, if we can call that, a very infrastructure arm race, especially with launchpads, tooling, and chains competing for the meme flows itself. I mean, it kind of turned down a bit now in Q3, Q4, but in the beginning of the year and until the half of the year, there was so many launchpads, so many things, and everyone was focused on community. I want to ask you, what mattered the most this year in terms of distribution or the product, and why did it matter the most?
You know, I'm not a launchpad expert per se, but I think both distribution and product matter. However, as time goes on, I think product will matter more. But generally speaking, personally, I'm less on the trading or the launchpad or the new launches side of things, and more into trying to build the next sort of $100 billion plus community side of things. Essentially, I strongly believe that people should focus on PvE rather than PvP. In other words, kind of join a community that is trying to build kind of the next Doge, for lack of a better comparison, rather than trying to kind of gamble multiple times a week.
Will we have a bigger coin than the Doge or community behind it in the future?
I believe I believe yes.
Is there any particular one you want to mention?
I think for me, SPX 6900 is the coin with the most potential. I see it as the next evolution of GME. I see it doing to GME what BTC is doing to gold. Essentially, it's a 10x product that is decentralized and unstoppable. And it's really becoming like a major movement right now, I think, on the internet. And, you know, as AI is taking over more and more jobs, and as fewer and fewer people have kind of meaning or happiness in their lives, something like that, I think, is going to absorb a tremendous amount of supporters, liquidity, and belief.
And when you move from the side, looking from the side, SPX itself was kind of the most active community over the whole year. I mean, we had those coins and communities who were in the beginning at the peak and non-stop tweeting, non-stop supporting each other, but SPX kind of stick together as a family.
Exactly. I honestly think it's the strongest community of this whole cycle. And that foundation is really going to pay off massively in 2026. And I think right now is the time to get in, because we have already survived so many drops, and each time we're going higher and higher. I think the next time is going to be a massive parabola, and I'm very bullish sort of for the next 3, 4, 5 months.
Amazing. Thank you, Murad, for that one. We have Solana, Base, BNB, Chain, Ton, and all other fighting for that meme dominance. From your perspective, what actually makes the chain win the meme flow over time and win that community to come to them?
It's ease of usage and people seeing kind of evidence of successful coins on social media. Ultimately, I think a lot of those pumps that you see on like chain number 5, chain number 6, I think they are engineered and manufactured. Ultimately, I would say, in my opinion, Ethereum, Solana, and Base are probably the 3 chains to focus on. But at the end of the day, for me personally, it's less about the chain and it's more about the people involved and the actual culture and memetics. For the past 2 years, I've been saying Ethereum and Solana. And I think for the next 2 years, it's still going to be Ethereum and Solana.
Amazing. LBankers, you're here first. As we talk about meme coin communities, memes do fade quickly, but few of them do manage to compound the attention non-stop for months and years now with SPXs, as you mentioned. What separates them from the short-lived hype plays from the meme coins to the ones that will stick out the most?
It's two things in my mind. It's having a mission, like having a goal that unites people. And two, it's having a sufficient number of high quality people that understand it's a marathon, not a sprint, and that continue to onboard, continue to show up, and continue to persist. And essentially, these are the two ingredients that you need to truly build like a multi-year successful coin.
And a follow-up, what's the goal for SPX?
To flip the stock market.
Perfect. I mean, when will that happen? Will that happen in 2026? Is it possible to do?
I would focus less on specific like timelines, and I would focus on just to continue to persist. And essentially, the bigger the community becomes, like the bigger the market cap is going to be. And 99.999% of people still haven't heard about this, and I still think we're super early and can easily go to like 1 or 2 trillion. Amazing.
In 2026, the few next years itself is now the crypto years. We're definitely looking forward to that one. For retail investors who lived through 2025 volatility, and you saw what happened to Bitcoin going straight to 126K to 80K in a matter of months. What does the healthy meme coin strategy look like today in terms of sizing, timing, or expectations?
First of all, have a multi-year outlook, multi-year time frame. For an average crypto participant, not financial advice, of course, any kind of meme coin exposure up to 30%, 10, 15, 20% is reasonable. But also, don't just buy random meme coins that are like 1 week old or 1 month old. The longer the coin has been alive and the more passionate its members are on social media, I think the better the investment and the higher the chances that it succeeds.
Before I move on to the next question, this year we also have some of the decentralized exchanges taking the whole hype from centralized exchanges. From your personal view, which do you think is best for the meme coin communities?
I think both are important, because on one hand, the decentralized exchanges, they make the system more anti-fragile and make it more globally accessible. But on the other hand, oftentimes, centralized exchanges have slightly better UX and slightly better kind of onboarding mechanisms. So in the ideal world, you have both.
Amazing. And do you think that the simplicity win over most of the users on their end?
I think in the long run, decentralized exchanges are going to match the UX of centralized exchanges. But it's like the onboarding from the fiat world is like the tricky part. But I think for the next 20 years, you're probably going to still have both, but the percentage of volume on traded on decentralized exchanges will continue growing, in my opinion.
Thank you so much for that one. And as we mentioned, exchanges, we saw certain exchanges do capture significant meme trending momentum during the peak periods in 2025. What should a top exchange do right to support meme cycles without turning the experience purely speculative?
I think keep tabs on culture, list relevant meme coins early on. So for example, I remember in 2023 or early 2024, I was actually buying Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10 Inu on LBank. So you guys were some of the earliest, I think, that have listed it. So that was cool. But just essentially figure out what other exchanges are not doing when it comes to the meme coin space and try to do that earlier.
Amazing, and thank you so much for that plug-in. I remember we are also one of the first ones to host the space with them, and I was hosting it. They were massive in 2023, and I remember personally they were kind of pulling that year off. It was bearish, so much bearish, and they were pulling off. Now looking ahead in 2026, I have a bold question. Which meme categories or distribution channel do you believe will dominate? Will that be AI-driven memes, political narrative, consumer apps, or something we are not talking about yet?
I'm most bullish on meme coins that can evolve into movements. And so the closer your coin can become to a kind of a global movement, I think the bigger it's going to be. In terms of distribution channels, I am also bullish on coins that can kind of escape the crypto Twitter bubble and go to YouTube, Reddit, TikTok, etc.
As we move on to the next phase of this interview, there are rapid fire questions with you. I will just ask till we finish, so I won't have any feedback. So are you ready for it?
Yes.
Amazing. So one meme coin that best defined 2025 for you?
SPX 6900.
Most underrated meme trade culture, distribution, or holders?
Coins that are trying to become movements. Again, financial themed like SPX 6900.
One instant red flag that tells you the coin is already dead?
If the whales of a coin are saying that the coin is going to reach like 100 million, 200 million, it's just too low of a target. And if the targets are that low, you might as well consider the coin dead.
One sign that tells you the meme is turning into the cult?
People doing work for free without asking anything in return, making the coin their whole identity, creating a lot of video content, onboarding people in real life, things like that.
Most overrated meme narrative of 2025?
AI or politics.
Solana or Base for memes in 2026?
Solana.
The biggest mistake meme investors still make till today?
Buying new fresh memes or trading way too often instead of holding and believing in something.
Finish the sentence. In 2026, meme coins win
because there will be a handful of meme coins that not only survive but thrive massively and go to tens of billions, if not hundreds of billions of dollars.
Perfectly said. Murad, thank you so much for coming on the LBank Pulse Focus. We appreciate you. If you had one advice to give to our users, LBankers, we have now 20 million plus users. What advice will you give them?
Again, not financial advice, but take a look at SPX 6900. I think it's going to be one of the biggest winners of this cycle. I think this coin will shock massively to the upside. And I think it's the next evolution of GME, essentially BTC 2.0 for Gen Z, Gen Alpha. I think it's gonna go viral, so definitely keep tabs on SPX 6900. Our goal is to flip the stock market, and our motto is stop trading and believe in something.
Amazingly said. And from your personal side, I mean, you start now uploading on YouTube and TikTok too. What are you planning to do for your personal brand in 2026? Where can LBankers find you? Of course, we will plug everything down in the description, but besides that, where they can find you?
Yeah, Twitter, Murad, Telegram, Murad, and YouTube, Murad.
There is only one Murad indeed, and that's you, man. Thank you so much once again for coming on the LBank Pulse Focus. Thank you so much for taking part of your day, and it was an honor speaking with you. LBankers, don't forget to check down the description. It will be everything about Murad and of course SPX community.